Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
6:07 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. I always love when they say coming to you live. What are we, broadcasting dead?
I heard that.
No, we're very much alive.
I know that's right.
That's right. You better believe it. We're as live as it gets.
Push the button! Push the button!
I am pushing the button.
Push the
Okay?
button! Push the
I'm pushing
button!
the button, and if you don't stop, I'll push your buttons as much as you want.
That guy stresses me out a little, Evan.
Does he really?
Push
Yes.
the button! Push the button!
Well, he wants you to push the flipping button, Bonnie.
Push the button! Push the button!
You know, what can you do about that, right?
Do you ever notice how somebody else's stress level kind of spreads by like wildfire on you?
Nah, not really, but you
And-
know what I got to say about that? That's right. That's what I got to say about somebody else's stress level.
Sometimes you got to do that, because you could work with several people. You could have like 10 employees, and there's maybe that one person in the workplace that might come to work really stressed out. And then like wildfire, it just seems to go to the other coworkers. And then they feel the stress of that coworker for the rest of the day.
Well, when I walk in the front door here, I leave everything out there.
Do you?
And I bring it all in here, and I leave it all out there. Because if I don't leave it all out there, then it comes in here, and then it reflects over to you, and then you become in a grumpy mood. You basically become a
Oh, I
which
do.
I can't say it on the air.
I never knew I did that even.
No, you never have.
Sometimes
That's the
I
whole
might.
thing. No, you never have. That's the whole thing. So why should I bring all my pain and gain in this room and let it reflect over to you? And then you all of a sudden do a 360. You turn into a
The Exorcist?
yeah, that or what do they call a female dog? I just don't want to say the B word on the air.
Okay.
But you've never been that way though, because I leave it all at the door when I walk in here.
Absolutely great.
I have to.
And you know what I think about it too, Evan? It's only like 3 hours in the morning together, which goes by so crazy, like
Right.
so fast. I don't know why I find this time to be the fastest moment of the week or the entire day.
Well, you realize you spend 1/8 of your day with me here in the studio. 1/8 of your day. 1/8.
1/8. And you know what too, Evan? I've always found that out. I've always considered that about mornings. To me, they've always gone so much more quickly. And it's like, no matter what I'm doing, if I'm here, if I'm at home, the mornings are just like, ooh, they always fly by to me.
Okay.
Where the nights go by just a little bit more slowly.
Yeah, before you know it, it'll be 9 o'clock and you're out of here and going to job number 2.
Yeah, it's just kind of
Are
ridiculous.
you massaging today, by the way?
No massage today.
Oh, you got the day off.
Yes,
And what about Gary?
he has the day off too.
Wow. So what are you guys going to do?
Well, it's funny because I wanted to go to see a movie. So
Oh.
you look at these movie schedules and it's so limited right now. When I looked at the movie theater where I go to, I don't think I saw a movie on the schedule till like Friday now. It's so weird. It's so, and usually like if the movies have been on Tuesday, they've been later at night.
Okay.
Like I haven't seen any matinees anymore.
Well, I guess you'll be watching Netflix.
It might be.
There you go.
We've been watching a lot of that Kitchen Nightmares
Oh, okay.
with Chef Ramsay.
Oh, yeah. Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
Gordon Ramsay.
Do you like him?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Pardon me, but he's an arse.
He is like,
He can be an arsehole.
he really can be. Like, I think a lot of times he's right. And
Mhm.
with all the restaurants, the successful restaurants he's had, he's very good at what he does.
Yeah.
But I can see where he lights up a little fire up beneath the bellies of some of these restaurant owners when he goes in.
Definitely so. Hey, I've got tickets to Oklahoma I want to give away. I want to try doing this early in the morning instead of like we did yesterday, because nobody wanted these free. I feel bad. Nobody wants these free tickets. I've got a pair of tickets to go see Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma. It's a $60 value, and it's at the Starstruck Academy right down the street on South Canner Highway, 2101 South Canner Highway. It's going to be happening next week, or is it this week? What's today's date? Oh man, it's happening this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So if you don't have any plans and you want something to do Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, I've got tickets to give away. I've got oodles of tickets to give away.
See, there you go.
So all you got to do is call us.
Theater lovers, you just heard me complaining about maybe all the movies not being out in theaters and the times, and the times are weird now. Maybe see some live theater.
All you got to do is make my phone ring. Just like that. It's that simple. Make my phone ring, 220-9788, and just say good morning. That's all you got to do. 2 simple words, good morning, and you get free tickets.
Yeah.
Does it get any easier than that, Bonnie?
It's just that simple. Did you give out the phone number, Evan? I wasn't paying attention.
I did. 220-9788. Why don't you give it out for me?
772-220-9788.
I think for the next 5 minutes, we're just going to give out the phone number until somebody calls. 220-9788.
220-9788.
That's right. It's 220-9788.
220-9788.
There you go. We'll just keep giving the number until the phone rings.
We can put it like into a little jingle.
It's going to be like a continuous loop.
Like the Campbell's commercial. I
Right?
did that one time with multiple voices.
Good. That's what Campbell soup is. Good. Remember that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
There you go. Okay.
You kind of got to put the good in it. I like those little, whenever I go to Goodwill lately, I see those little soup bowls with the Campbell's Soup Kids out on them.
Mhm.
They have them for sale here and there. And I often wonder if they're ever going to be worth some money.
You never know.
I don't know if they are yet or not. And you're right. You never know, Evan, but they are oh so cute with the little cartoon Campbell's Soup Kids
Gotcha.
on the cover of that soup bowl.
Bonnie, just out of curiosity, are you a pack rat by any chance?
To a point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that.
Do you have a hard time throwing away
No.
cards
No.
that people give you?
Well, no, I do save the cards that my wife gives me. I have one file cabinet full of cards that my wife has given me that I keep in my office, because if I throw them away, she'll get really mad at me.
Oh,
So I can't
see.
throw them away. Now, on the other flip of the coin, that just gave me an idea to think about something to do today when I get home. Now, do you ever wonder how much a card is when you go to the register? Do you know how to tell how much a card is when you buy it?
Yeah, I look on the back and it says the USA price and usually the Canadian price.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Some people don't know that.
Uh-huh.
They're not aware of that. They have no idea how they determine how much a card is. So when I go home today, I'm going to take all the cards that my wife has given me that I've saved, and I'm going to add them up on the calculator and see
Oh.
just how much money she spent on me. I'm just curious to see what I'm worth.
You know what's funny and terrible about that? When we went to DeLand,
Mhm.
I made sure to pack up all of Gary's birthday presents and put them in the SUV in the back.
Mhm. Oh, by the way, speaking of which,
Yeah.
now you can reveal what exactly did you get him?
I got him the Keurig. I got him a new Keurig.
Oh, okay. Got him a new Keurig. Okay.
Yep. Oh, and a shirt and tie too that I found
Ooh.
from Burlington's. It's it's like a really good name on the tie, like Hollister or something.
Okay.
It's like a really good brand name, and the shirt is like a dark colored blue that
Okay.
looks really good on him because it brings out his blue eyes.
Now here's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
Where's he going to wear a shirt and a tie? You
I-
can't do it when he massages.
Yeah, maybe to our wedding,
Unless
maybe
it-
when we get
What?
married.
Something I need to know about here?
I don't know. Maybe like I gave him that. I'm kind of giving him a hint or something.
Really? Did
Hint,
you
hint.
drop a hint? Are you ready? I mean, are you ready to tie the knot?
I would be ready. I don't know if he would be ready.
I'm going to
but-
have a talk with that boy.
I mean, I love him and everything, and it's
Okay.
not like I'm feeling desperate. Like it's
So-
the most important thing to be married or
No, it's just
anything.
piece of paper. It's all it is.
Yeah,
So what would you be opposed? Here's a question for you, because I'm a minister also.
I know.
And I can actually marry, you and Gary if you get the driver's license, if you get the marriage license. So here's a pretty
we'll
cool
go to
thing.
DMV and stand in
Yeah,
line.
sure, why not? So how about we marry, if Gary's up for it? How about we do the ceremony live on the radio?
I think that would be a good occasion. and
Would you
it
like
be
that?
Like a really good time. Yeah.
right? And we could simulcast it on WPSL.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be grand?
That would be cool.
That would
I think
be.
Carol and Greg would love that.
Yeah, I
Right?
would like to get married on the radio. Radio being my second love, and
Right.
my first
I
love.
could officiate it.
My first love is running.
G could be the ring bearer.
Yeah.
Oh, that just gave me a great
Oh,
idea.
no, wait a minute! Don't get those guys involved because this. We don't think it's gonna. We're not sure it's gonna go through. We have to talk a little bit about this at home.
Oh no, but I'm just asking. I would call them and say, "What if?" I would do the what if.
We can do that later. I
Okay.
want to avoid
Okay,
this
no
noise.
problem.
But
Avoid this noise.
But we-
like that.
But you mentioned those birthday cards, so I
Yeah.
packed up everything in the vehicle to bring to
Okay.
DeLand. He could
Okay.
open his presents, and I forgot the birthday card that I
Oh
purchased.
no, you're kidding. So you had to go buy another one.
No, I got the same one, and I
Or did you just get a piece of paper from the lobby of the hotel and just get a crayon and write happy birthday on a piece of paper?
No, I got it out of the drawer when I got home and said, I forgot to give this to you. And oh, by the way, I didn't sign it and he's like, that's okay. People kind of waste money on birthday cards. Maybe I
Okay.
shouldn't say that. Do you think cards are a waste of money?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm a very plain Jane kind of a guy. So I always tell my wife every year, please don't buy me anything. Don't get me nothing. Because I'm not going to get you anything. I'm very
not gonna do
straightforward. I'm very straightforward.
Yeah.
It's like, especially Christmas time, please don't buy me a Christmas gift. I'm the man that has everything and needs nothing at all.
Wow.
So, I'm like, I'm not going to get you anything this year. Let's just give it all to Gavin, give it to the kids.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, well, I've already got you something. So now I feel obligated. I
Ah.
have to go out and get something.
Well, I
hate that.
yeah, but now I like
1 year, I just want to go without a gift.
But you can do that sort of thing. You see, you can buy the gift for her, but sort of get it for you in the same token.
I'm not wearing her underwear. Sorry. Not
No.
going to wear her underwear.
Not like the underwear or lingerie, but maybe like a kitchen tool or a kitchen appliance that you're both needing.
We have everything.
Oh,
Honestly.
what do you get
We-
the couple that has
Yeah.
everything?
What do you get a couple that has everything? I mean, honestly, I have everything that I need. I have everything I need for my DJ business. I have everything I need for the house. I
Could you
simply don't
imagine
know.
if Rachel found that one last thing that Evan might need, and she found it at Bin Deals?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Or if she found it at the flea market, where I like to find things at the flea market. Usually I don't like buy a lot of presents at the flea market, but
Mhm.
when it comes to certain items and things that you might find,
Mhm.
there are things you can put away for like a rainy day.
3/4 of the crap that she bought at Bin Deals, we donated.
Did you really?
Yeah, we donated it.
What kind of stuff did she have candles and stuff in there?
There was so much crap in these bags. It was like, finally, I'm glad my daughter-in-law came over and straightened out my wife's office. So now it actually
Wow.
looks like an office now.
It's organized.
It's organized.
Yeah.
It's extremely very organized.
Does she keep it sanitized?
No comment.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. Yes, of course she keeps it sanitized. I thought you said does she keep it straight now?
Oh, okay.
That's where I was going to say no comment.
It's
But
funny,
anyway,
like because I clean out my bathroom cupboard too, and
Mhm.
my closet, and it looks organized for maybe a week,
okay.
and then I don't know where it goes.
Okay.
It's like then you get lazy and you start throwing and tossing and throwing and tossing again.
I have a video. I off topic here. I have a video of my wife dancing the
Yeah?
other night. Yeah, and then she won't let me do anything with it. I've only shared it to one person, and that's like one of my close friends, and he's my business partner. I was DJing a wedding the other night, and the wife goes outside to let the dog out. So I activate my microphone on my phone so she can hear me.
Ooh,
And I'm playing Journey's Don't Stop Believing.
oh, nice.
And as my wife is walking in from the fence or the screen in patio, I see her. She's like dancing and stuff like that. And it's like she's cutting up a rug. That's all. I mean, she's really going to it.
I wish she would let you post it.
No, she won't let me. That's the whole thing.
It might be like a viral video.
It would. I want to send it to the Ellen DeGeneres show because they
Right.
like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then she just stops dancing, walks in the house, and as she walks in the house, she stops again and starts dancing again. And I mean, I would show it to you, but she would lynch me if I did, because
Yeah.
I have it on my phone. but it's a great video.
Was she dressed up for the occasion?
No,
or
not at all.
just wearing her regular
She
around
was-
the house
She was
clothes?
wearing her normal around the house clothes.
Well, that's what makes that video footage the best.
Yeah.
When people are just looking,
But
man,
like
like themselves.
when I saw her dancing, she was just like didn't have a care in the world. She was
Hmm.
having a good time dancing, and I got it all on the security camera. And so I like downloaded the footage to my phone, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is great!" It
Oh,
just
that's
like
great.
really put a big smile on my face.
Not to get off topic either, but when you mentioned dancing, it made
Mhm.
me, it reminded me of the disco days and the dancing music.
Oh, okay,
Barry Gibb, the one and only BG,
right.
remaining BG, I believe he is going to come out with some country music.
What? Are
In
you serious?
The near future. I believe he's in Nashville working on a country music album. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So it will be interesting, because he's got that nice falsetto high kind of voice.
Wow.
And, it just
Okay.
makes me wonder how he's going to deliver it in like a country
Wow.
music
Now,
song.
speaking of disco, I'm sure you remember this one. Come on, Bonnie, you know this one.
Disco Duck.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. I'm impressed. This was a huge song back in the 70s.
Done by a
Rick Dees.
radio DJ.
Oh my gosh.
All the ladies were treating me right.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a big hit back in the 70s.
Wasn't the music fun back then?
It was.
I mean, I miss the days of Disco Duck and the Double Dutch.
Double Dutch Bus.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a roller skating song.
Oh, you know
Give me
it.
a ho if you've got your funky bus train. Ho! That's the way the song went.
It was fun. Am I just caught in that era, or did we have more fun, exciting music?
No.
I mean, even when Styx kind of changed their
Yeah,
rock and roll style and came out with Mr. Roboto.
that's all right. I nerded out last night at my desk at home. I went and pulled up a Backstreet Boys concert. It was like an hour and a half,
Oh, that's cool.
and I
though.
watched it. I
Right
nerded out last
on.
night at my desk. I was watching the Backstreet Boys in concert. They were over in Chile, I think it was.
No kidding.
Or Spain, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really like I was like, okay, I need to go see a Backstreet Boys concert.
It's funny because when I bought Topanga her birthday present this year, I was looking all around, and I think it was at Target. So I pulled up this poster.
Mhm.
I just looked at the tiny little picture, and it looked like a popular boy band of today. And it was. I picked out. She opened it, and she's like, well, she's not really a fan of them, but I guess they're very popular in like South Korea. B2K is the boy band poster that I picked out for
Yes,
her.
B2K. I know exactly who they are.
Yeah.
Very popular. Very, very popular. I had to hit my button over here. I'm replying to people on, Facebook that message me that say good morning and say
Multi.
hello to you and I and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
You're a great multitasker.
Anyway, well, I am. I got to make
You are.
make crap happen. 624. Good morning, Julianne Dickman. How you doing? Thanks for listening in. Michael Cooperman, my cousin, and everybody else on Facebook.
Hi.
Anyway, let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. And all 4 public school districts on the Treasure Coast will reopen today. Jennifer DeShazo, a spokeswoman for the Martin County School District, said Monday that all district schools and offices will reopen. That includes both in-person and remote learning classes. All athletic and after-school activities will also resume. The school district of Indian River County, St. Lucie Public Schools, and Okeechobee County School District also announced that all campuses are safe to reopen today. And as far as that goes, tomorrow being Veterans Day, so we have a few Veterans Day closures along the Treasure Coast. That's happening for tomorrow. Of course, IRSC having no classes tomorrow. FAU, no classes. The post office is going to be closed. You can still go to the mall. Looks like the Treasure Coast Square Mall opens tomorrow at 10. Will be open at 9 till 9 p.m. on Veterans Day. And as far as schools, well, Martin County Public Schools closed for tomorrow. So just think the kids get that, middle date. They had yesterday off because of the rain and the storm, and they get to go back to school today. But tomorrow, Veterans Day, they stay home. The city of Stuart for garbage pickup, there's no garbage pickup tomorrow. And Wednesday's pickup will be on Thursday. Thursday's pickup will be Friday. Friday's pickup will be Saturday. And the regular schedule for recycling. Bulk trash, Wednesday's bulk route will be Thursday. Thursday's bulk route will be on Friday. Well, subtropical storm Ada has formed in the open northeast Atlantic, according to the National Hurricane Center. WPTV's meteorologist Steve Villanueva has the details.
We have a new system in the Atlantic that we are tracking. We now have subtropical storm Theta. This is the 29th named storm of this Atlantic season. That is a new record. The old record, 28 storms. That was set back in 2005. This has been a very unusual season. And again, now we have a new system that we're tracking, and it's a record. It's the 29th storm of the season. It's in the middle of the Atlantic, winds of 50, moving towards the east at 15 miles an hour. And the computer models all take it in this general direction towards the east. There are the Canary Islands right there. There are the Azores. And eventually the system's going to start to turn up towards the north and start to dissipate. All right, but closer to home, lots of clouds sitting on top of us, tracking a couple of rain showers this evening as some moisture continues to come in off of the Atlantic. Temperatures upper 70s, lower 80s, so it's still pretty mild out there. Winds right now sustained into West Palm Beach at 20 miles an hour, but we're seeing wind gusts stronger than that, wind gusts of over 30 miles an hour. So it is quite blustery out there. And again, the winds will stick around for the next couple of days as Ada continues to hang out in the Gulf of Mexico. We still have a flood watch in effect for Palm Beach County that does run through tomorrow night, and we continue to see moisture streaming on in off of the Atlantic. You can see the showers becoming a bit more numerous. In fact, along the coast, we have some showers coming on in. All of the showers working their way back towards the lake, Belle Glade, seeing some low rain, and you can see more showers offshore, and those will continue to push on in, not just tonight, but really over the next several days, because there's Ada right there. Notice the winds rotating around Ada and then working their way into South Florida, and we still have a lot of subtropical moisture out here across the Bahamas, and that's going to move on in over the next couple of days, keeping rain chances on the higher side, about a 50% chance over the next 2 to 3 days. There's Ada right now, winds of 50, moving towards the southwest at 9. Then the system's going to start to push up towards the north. And then as we head into Friday and Saturday, that's when it finally starts to dissipate as it interacts with some drier air and lots of wind shear. But you can see it pretty much hugs the peninsula. And as a result, again, for us, the winds will stick around for the next few days.
And lastly, after soaking South Florida with up to 18 inches of rain and knocking out power to thousands of residents, Tropical Storm Ada is heading north in the Gulf of Mexico. Silence at the Masters. The golf tournament tees off on Thursday with no fans. Our news time is 6:29, and weather and traffic together next.
.30 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, we don't have any accidents happening right here, right now. Just give yourself some extra time as you're driving through the rain bands once again this morning. There's your latest look at traffic. It's raining in Stuart, 74 degrees, and in Cranberry, New Jersey, foggy and 52. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Heavy rainfall possible for the morning drive as tropical moisture continues to feed into the area. Temperatures this morning starting off in the mid-70s. Highs this afternoon in the mid-80s, cloudy with peaks of sunshine and a 60% chance for showers and storms. Breezy southeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Veterans Day, highs in the mid-80s, partly sunny skies, breezy winds, and scattered showers and storms possible. Thursday, highs in the mid-80s, cloudy conditions with more showers and storms throughout the day. By the end of the work week into the weekend, drier air settles in, rain chances go down. We'll see more sunshine with highs in the mid-80s. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Move over, Dayquil. Now there's something for 2020. It's YearQuil. Vicks Van Winkle Pharmaceuticals introduces the first sleep aid that knocks you out for months at a time. You'll hibernate through the rest of the year and wake up in 2021, ready to face whatever the hell is happening. But at least you won't have to be awake and deal with the coronavirus, the election, or anything else during this terrible time. YearQuil. And coming soon, DecadeQuil. So you can snooze and hopefully wake up in 10 years and get back to normal.
Yeah, you're cool. We definitely would just like to go to sleep and get rid of this year that just went by and wake up in 2021.
Would you?
You know, there's going to be no New Year's in Times Square this year, by the way, Bonnie.
Right.
No New Year's in Times Square. I wonder if there's going to be a New Year's in England. And I'm thinking, oh, man, I don't know what happened. That phone call.
Yes.
It just dropped.
I think they were thinking of that ball dropping, and then maybe to learn, we're not sure we're going to be able to see the ball drop this year. They probably dropped the phone.
Yeah.
They dropped their handle.
Yeah, I just shocked the heck out of somebody.
I know.
I still have these tickets I want to give away to Oklahoma for this Thursday, Friday, or Saturday at Starstruck Academy. It's a pair of tickets to go see Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma. Give us a call, 772-220-9788. All you got to do is say two simple words, good and morning. It's that easy. Right, Bonnie?
That's right. Say good morning. And Starstruck is that nice little theater right over here on Canner Highway.
It's not exactly little. It's pretty big.
No, it's not little. It takes up quite a bit of room over there.
It does.
But it's, it would sure be a nice place to go for this holiday.
All right, let's try this. Round number 2. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this? We have dead air.
I thought I was going to hear.
I got a funny feeling this is our friend in England trying to call, and he's having some phone problems again.
Oh, that could very well be.
It could be Mark.
Yeah. Maybe Mark Hales would like to go and see Oklahoma.
Yeah. It'd be a long way for him to go.
Yeah. It'd be a long way to travel.
Well,
but it'd be worth it.
Nobody's there on the line, so we're going to hang up again. So that's 0 for 2, or somebody doesn't want to speak on the radio.
Yeah, I was thinking that when we got that last call, I would hear va 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 boom. But how does Fredo do it? Va 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 boom.
Oh, let me see if I have where's that Oh, geez. You know, I've got Fredo's voice in here somewhere.
Either that or
I just have to find it. Oh, here it
waiting.
is.
Ba 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 boom.
There you go. That's what you wanted, right?
I like the way he does that.
You
yeah.
needed. Oh, okay.
I like
Ba
his.
ba ba boom.
Maybe I'll just give that to you. You can put it on your phone, and whenever you get in a bad mood, you can just
Ba 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 boom.
just do that. It's really simple.
Might not be a bad way to wake up in the morning.
Not at all. Let's do some viral videos, Bonnie. How about that? Well, there was a guy who was filming a TikTok video of himself wearing a maid's costume
Oh,
while
my.
pretending to be in a male diversity hire at the Maid Cafe. But halfway through, his roommates walked in. Oh, yeah.
Did he get a little bit pink in the face?
How about let's just listen?
Hi, welcome to the Maid Cafe, where we're cuter than kittens. I'm the diversity hire, Bryson. Are you here for the gamer discount? Okay, I can explain. Oh my god.
Does he want to be an actor or something? That guy, he kind of reminds me of Dave Foreman on that 70s show a little
I don't
bit.
know. I don't know.
He's kind of like a look. He's got that pretty boy kind of look, but he gets awfully embarrassed when the roommate does walk in.
Now, there's another video. I only found 2 this morning. But the question on this video is, why did the horse dump a woman into the water trough?
Maybe because the horse was trained to do it.
Well, 3 sounds define this next video. The first is the horse feed being poured into the bucket. The second is the screaming woman that you're going to hear. And then see as she tries to stay on the galloping horse that's in a hurry to eat the food. And then the third sound is the splash of the water when she's dumped into the water trough. So listen in. That's the food. Here she comes. And there she goes. Her scream is piercing. Man,
Like right out of a Western movie or something.
her scream was brutal.
And that's a pretty horse too. And it looks like that might be one of those show horses. Like it might have been trained to do that with that lady.
I don't know.
I bet she trains those horses.
What, to dump you in the water trough?
Yes.
Jeez.
And did you hear the sound of that food being poured in that barrel?
Yeah, that about sounds like when I feed my dog. I pour it in the bowl. Sounds like that.
I was talking to a horse person, like of the trade, and like this person that had horses that came to my massage table.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize there are like different kinds of hays. And they even I guess you can get your really good hay from maybe like Canada, or it comes from the north for some reason.
Really?
And so, for some of these horses around here, he was telling me they'll, try to ship in the best hay for their horses.
Speaking of horses.
And it's Canadian hay. Hey?
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 Hello. I'm Mr. Ed.
Yeah, speaking of horses. Remember this? Right?
A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse.
Who can't
of course.
forget
That is
Mr.
the horse,
Ed?
and rest
No.
the horse is the famous
I used to love that show.
Yeah.
Damn horse would come out of the barn doors and he'd move his mouth. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. Now, what flippin' horse can do that?
Oh, only a horse that can talk, of course.
Right. That's a horses, of course.
Evan, I'm looking at some kind of video or a video picture too. This is like one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen.
Really?
So, Arby's, which by the way, I do like to go to. I like to go to Arby's.
I know where you're going on this one.
So
I know where you're going.
They created that deep fried turkey pillow.
Okay.
It's looking at a picture of it here. It looks like a real turkey. It's
Okay.
a turkey shaped pillow you pull over your entire head.
Okay.
They put them on sale for $60.
Okay.
So this turkey pillow, you pull it over your entire head. You can experience warm tranquility of sleeping
Sorry, I'm not pulling a turkey pillow over my head.
inside a turkey
Then I'll be
carcass.
called turkey. Jeez. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Ba 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 boom.
Oh, wow. There he is.
Yeah.
Bright and early
Yeah,
this
man.
morning at 6:41. What are you doing up so early?
I am Walking Butch. Yeah, man.
Walking Butch.
Walking
Yeah,
Butch.
my dopamine pictures I have in the back of my warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your dog's name is Butch?
Yeah, man. Dopamine picture.
Oh, okay.
We had a dog named Butch too when I was growing up in our neighborhood.
I thought you told me you had a poodle.
I never said I had a poodle.
Yeah, you
no
did.
No man has a poodle.
You
No
told me
way.
last week when you were having a few adult beverages, when you called me over the weekend, you told me you got this new white poodle named
Well, I could have
Fluffy.
been drunk. That could have been what's going on.
Okay.
Maybe he meant he wanted to get a poodle shag. I could picture Fredo with a poodle shag, couldn't you?
Okay. Poodle shag?
A poodle shag. That was the kind of hairstyle we used to get like in the 80s. You know, like all the girls that got their hair big and curly, and girls like me that went to get the spiral curls with it. We'd call it a poodle shag. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
A poodle shag.
I've shagged a few poodles. Yeah, man.
Sure you have.
Oh.
Jeez.
And, you know,
Okay.
Fredo could have a poodle. I mean, it's not an macho thing to have a dog as a poodle.
No. You're not masculine if you have a poodle.
Oh, you think so,
No,
Fredo?
come on. I had a poodle at once. I had two of them. They were called,
Well,
one was
I
called
proved my
Cinnamon
point.
and one was called Muffin.
Yeah.
I proved my point.
Oh, Cinnamon and Muffin.
I had two poodles. They were called Cinnamon and Muffin. One was a miniature and one was a teacup.
Wow.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Yes,
yeah.
they were the cutest little things.
Yeah. And what kind of dress did you wear when you walked them? Yeah, man.
I wore a pink one, darn it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
little
wearing
polka dots on it.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
a pink dress
Yeah.
shirt, which I think is kind of cool on a guy.
I can wear pink. I rock pink. I wear a pink vest and a pink tie with my tuxedo every now and
Oh,
then.
isn't that sweet?
I bet you do. Ah,
Little Evelyn. Yeah, man.
Oh, jeez.
are you afraid, Fredo? Are you afraid to show your own masculinity
Come
or
on, show
something?
your masculinity,
I
Fredo.
show my masculinity. I wear my medallion. Yeah, man. That's all I got to say about that.
A medallion. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get that medallion one day and toss it in the drink, and then you'll be out one medallion.
Yeah, we're gonna use it to like they used to skip rocks. We're gonna skip medallions
Yeah, there
across
we
the
go.
St. Lucie River.
Yes, that's a great idea. I know where Fredo lives, so when he's out and about, I'll call Ken. I can call Larry the locksmith, and he'll break into Fredo's home for me.
I don't know how Larry Locksmith would do that for you. He works for me.
No, well, that must be a different Larry
He's
the
part of
locksmith.
Fredo's locksmith company. Yeah, man.
You don't have no locksmith company. That's not part of your business.
Yes,
Is it registered with Sunbiz?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Wait, hold on. So get Sunbiz on the phone. We'll get that set up. Okay?
Sunbiz.
Yeah,
Now
man.
that sounds like a laundry detergent.
No, it's not.
It
Sunbiz.
probably is. I think he made that up.
No, I didn't. Sunbiz is where you register your business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
And clothes in the washing machine. Yeah, man.
and something tells me that Fredo doesn't have any of his businesses registered on Sunbiz.
Yeah, Fredo. Yeah.
Because I did a search yesterday and I saw nothing for Fredo's foot rub service, nothing for Fredo's locksmith, nothing for Fredo's food trucks, nothing for Fredo, period.
It's all a mirage.
Yeah,
You gotta go on the black web, the dark web. Yeah, man.
the dark web. Well, my
Yeah,
web is never
dark web.
dark. My web is always light.
If you say so.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So take that,
Yeah,
Fredo.
take that, Fredo.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Bonnie's sticking up for me. Thank you, Bonnie.
Yeah. We are on the light side.
Yeah, we're
Hey,
a little light on the
Bonnie,
heavy
don't
side.
drop your phone in the hot tub.
Oh, that's Gary, by the way.
Well, that wasn't a light situation.
Yeah.
That was a
Hey,
pretty
so
heavy
what
one.
are you doing today, by the way?
Well, I do have to be out on Cove Road today. I got some foot massages going on. Yeah, man. I got to learn American Pie. I got to learn how to hum that for a girl.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
American Pie?
Yeah,
You mean the song by Don McLean?
that's it. That song that takes so long, you can actually change your transmission and fix it and get it all done, and the song's still playing.
How
Yeah,
old
man.
Really?
how old is this lady? Is she like a cougar?
Oh, yeah. Cougars are fun. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Do you ever stop?
A long, long time ago.
There you
I
go.
can still remember how that music
Come on, Fredo.
used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance.
It doesn't even know the words.
Happy for a while.
I hum the song when I was in Measure B. You know that.
Okay.
But February made me shiver.
Okay, you're done.
That made me shiver right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that alone made me shiver. That was not good.
I like the ladies making me shiver. Ba, 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 boom. Yeah, man.
All right, Fredo, we got to run. We got to do news. Thanks for calling in, checking in. We'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.
Yikes.
You know, I don't know what that guy's always up to something.
He's
I
getting
don't know.
scarier by the moment.
He really is. I don't know. I can't believe they let him out of his cage today. Jeez. They need to keep him caged up, for God's sake.
Wow.
It is 6:46 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Let's head on over to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bon.
Good morning, Evan. And all 4 public school districts on our Treasure Coast will reopen today. Jennifer DeSaggio, a spokeswoman for the Martin County School District, said Monday that all district schools and offices will reopen. That includes both in-person and remote learning classes. The city of Port St. Lucie will consider doing more to keep pet mill animals out of stores and support clearing the animal shelters packed with animals needing homes. WPTV's Treasure Coast reporter Megan McRoberts was at Port St. Lucie City meeting last night and has the story.
Well, city commissioners late tonight ended up tabling the discussion to go into more in depth later in December, but they will be discussing ways to better regulate breeders within the city and encourage more animal adoption from shelters. The city is proposing changes to city ordinances that would require an adoption-based model for the sale of dogs, cats, or rabbits. That means animals would be sourced from stray and unwanted pets like those taken in by animal shelters or rescues. Police Chief John Bolduc also says dogs or cats purchased directly from a breeder or wholesaler would not be allowed to be sold by pet shops within Port St. Lucie.
It started with the sale of rabbits, and then we've had one particular person who, or a group of people actually, that have been very upset about the sale of rabbits in the city because people tend to get them and then turn them loose.
It could also become illegal for anyone to breed dogs and cats in the city without a permit, something currently not regulated.
Where they'd be permitted would allow us to know how many people are breeding animals, and then also, are they doing it professionally? And, you know, and if they are breeding animals, are the animals being treated right?
And the police chief says there actually are no stores in Port St. Lucie currently selling dogs or cats, but this just lays the groundwork for the potential of future pet sale stores to move into the city. In Port St. Lucie, I'm Megan McRoberts. Back to you.
International observers from the Organization of American States say they saw no instances of fraud or voting irregularities in the U.S. presidential election. The delegation included 28 experts and observers from 13 countries who observed the election process in Georgia, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, and the District of Columbia. COVID-19 prevented a broader coalition of experts. The OAS says the election day was peaceful, although there were efforts to intimidate poll workers as the votes were counted, and says the country's mail-in ballots were a secure system. The report says the OAS supports the right of all contesting parties in an election to seek redress before the competent legal authorities when they believe they have been wronged. It is critical, however, that candidates act responsibly by presenting and arguing legitimate claims before the courts, not unsubstantiated or harmful speculation in the public media, according to the OAS. As the U.S. exceeds 10 million coronavirus cases, the spike continues here in Florida, and that includes the Orlando area.
Our data shows that our cases are increasing. The 14 days average positivity rate right now is 6.29, and 14 days ago was 5.39.
Orange County Health Director Dr. Rual Pino says the typical person getting infected is a young adult coming into contact with someone they know in a social environment. Closing time could be coming earlier in Key West. City commissioners are holding an emergency meeting this morning to discuss mandating a midnight to 7 a.m. curfew as coronavirus cases continue rising. Key West Vice Mayor Sam Kaufman says the case spike can be blamed on Halloween parties.
2 weekends ago, there was an influx, especially of college students. There was some reports of 2,000 college students that came to Key West that wanted to take part in the bar scene.
Kaufman says they want to keep the numbers down ahead of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and this may be the best way to do that. And let's take a look at sports. The Atlanta Falcons waived former first-round draft pick Takk McKinley on Monday, days after the defensive end called out the team for failing to trade him at the trading deadline. McKinley took to social media to say the Falcons turned down 5th and 6th round draft pick offers from multiple teams despite his request to be traded. Now McKinley is free to choose where he goes once he clears waivers. The Falcons declined to pick up McKinley's 5th-year option, which carried a $10.3 million price tag. News time is 6:51, and weather and traffic together next.
.653 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie on a Tuesday morning. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, the rain is they're happening out there, so, get moving maybe a little bit early. And we do see a traffic accident to the north of us on I-95 northbound in Fort Pierce with no lanes blocked. This accident is at mile marker 131. And there's your latest look at traffic. Getting the rain falling in Port St. Lucie 76 right now, and in Gothenburg, Sweden, a cloudy sky in 47. Here's our forecast, WPTV.
Heavy rainfall possible for the morning drive as tropical moisture continues to feed into the area. Temperatures this morning starting off in the mid-70s. Highs this afternoon in the mid-80s, cloudy with peaks of sunshine and a 60% chance for showers and storms. Breezy southeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Veterans Day, highs in the mid-80s, partly sunny skies, breezy winds, and scattered showers and storms possible. Thursday, highs in the mid-80s, cloudy conditions with more showers and storms throughout the day. By the end of the work week into the weekend, drier air settles in, rain chances go down. We'll see more sunshine with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:58 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, and I guess nobody wants these tickets. How could you not want a pair of tickets to go see Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma?
Yeah, we have like a lot of great local talent.
Yeah.
Just right here in our area, and this is Starstruck Productions.
Yeah.
So you can see this at the nice theater setting on Canner Highway in Stewart, Oklahoma.
Yeah, definitely. I can't believe nobody wants these tickets.
I know.
Very upset.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm
it's
offended.
incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah.
What's the date? Are they having one show date this week, or are there a couple, Evan?
Thursday at 7, Friday at 7, and Saturday at 2 and 7.
Oh, there's even like
So
a
there's
Saturday
4 shows.
Saturday matinee going
Yeah.
on too.
So for those of you that work Monday to Friday, there's no excuse that you can't go on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
And social distancing will be practiced, of course. All you got to do is call me up at 220-9788 and just say 2 words, good and morning. It's real simple. And we'll give you the tickets. Now, if you're out of town, you'll have to provide your own transportation to get here. But we'll still give you the tickets.
What? We don't have a plane to fly them
No,
here?
I'm sorry, but Fredo's using it this week.
Okay.
Yeah, Fredo's Learjet service.
Maybe Fredo will provide one of those medallions at the door.
Anything's possible. We have to step back for a moment. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and then hour number 2 of the Get Up and Go show. Don't you dare touch that dial. Don't adjust the volume. If anything, crank it up.
Coming to you live from Stewart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Announcer. It's 7:07 on the Get Up and Go Show. Well, I'm glad the kids are definitely thinking that we're pretty good.
You guys are living the good life.
Well, we definitely try to live the good life as much as we can.
Oh, God, I'm bored already.
How can you be bored with this kind of cutting-edge entertainment? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Simply cutting edge. And I'm surprised we heard from all those kids too, Evan, because shouldn't they be back to school today? In fact,
they're happy.
In fact, they are back to school for today in all of the area public schools. But Veterans Day being tomorrow, the kids get to stay home.
Yeah, once again, they get another day off. Just when you walk through the door, don't let it hit you on the backside.
Oh, my noggin.
There you go. Okay. Let's go to the phones right now. We have a phone call. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this? Hello? Okay.
Hello, ma'am or sir.
Ma'am or sir. I bet you 10 to 1 it's Mark Hales because he has some technical issues over in England.
Yeah.
So sometimes he doesn't get through.
Or maybe it's not a ma'am or sir this morning. Maybe it's Bigfoot.
Maybe it's Big Kitty. I don't know. I'm pressing the right buttons. I just don't hear nothing.
I saw the cutest thing on the tail end of a pickup truck the other day.
Yeah.
It was the sweetest thing I've seen in a while. So it was a painting of Bigfoot.
Oh.
And Bigfoot was holding a raccoon in his arms like it would be a little kitty.
Really?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It just looked so, I mean, it was fun, and
Okay.
it just made me smile.
Okay. I feel bad for Phil's dog, though. They shaved Phil's dog's tail, and it has a complex now.
Oh, I bet it does.
Yeah.
I mean, they shave like right around, like around the tail?
Oh, they
or
shaved the whole tail.
The whole tail.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I got to tell you something that happened yesterday. Speaking of cats.
Yes.
I came home yesterday, and there were a bunch of vultures in my yard,
Ooh.
and I couldn't understand why.
Aren't they kind of, they're big and ghastly, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're kind of scary.
Well, to find out, as I looked closer, they found a dead carcass of a cat,
oh.
and they dragged it over in my yard.
A kitty.
Yeah, a little kitty. So there was all but hardly anything left of it.
Ooh.
And then all of a sudden, I turn around, and all the vultures are on my roof. Well, one of the vultures took the carcass in its mouth
Yeah.
and tried to get away from the other vultures.
Oh,
and went on my roof. And I had like 15 vultures on my roof yesterday.
It's a party with the vultures on the Evan 9 rooftop.
Yeah. So there was a dead cat on my roof with the vultures. And then that one vulture wouldn't have it anymore. So it decided to fly away with the dead carcass in its mouth.
Wow. I wonder if they brought a band up there too for the occasion.
I don't know.
A
But that's
party.
a true story.
Oh, that is simply amazing.
That's a true story.
We saw one too in the Ocala National Forest just this weekend with a big vulture. He had just grabbed a snake that he carried right up in the air. And it's just kind of like a haunting thing when you see something like that. Oh, you know what, Evan? I saw something really that kind of freaked me out too. I was driving on Highway 44 coming home in the afternoon from the
44, not 45 or 46, but 44.
It was Highway 44.
Okay.
So I was coming home from the Mount Dora flea market, and the highway turned into, it was 2-lane there and country roads. But right in the middle of the road, there was this huge pothole, right? So I tried to avoid that, but right underneath the pothole, it just freaked me out because I saw a furry little tail slither in that pothole, and it must have been like a squirrel or something in there.
Mhm.
But it was just that situation where I saw it, and then I saw the tail move.
And what'd you do?
And I went, ooh. I just drove past it, and it just kind of freaked me out at the moment.
You didn't run it over?
No.
Okay.
It was too well, I think, in the pothole. That pothole was pretty deep for me to run it over.
Okay.
And squirrels are kind of hard to
A little squirrely.
hit. Yeah, they are. They're so fast that even when I'm driving and, Gary says, don't swerve because you're never going to hit a squirrel. They're so fast.
Yeah, I've run a few over in my time.
Have you?
Yeah.
with trying, or just by mistake?
No, I wouldn't do it purposely, for God's sake.
Oh, good gosh.
No.
But yeah,
I'm not that mean.
but
Come on.
they're-
Squirrels have never done nothing to hurt me before.
They're pretty quick and speedy, and
Yeah.
I guess it's hard to hit one. But this one just looked kind of haunting with that little tail movement and, coming out of that pothole in the middle of nowhere. I was haunted by it. I still am haunted by it today. And I think
Wow.
you should be haunted about the vultures on your rooftop.
Okay, let's try this again. Let's see if this time it's going to work. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Your wife.
Oh, there's the wife. Okay. Well, good morning,
I've hit a
wife.
squirrel before.
I'm sorry.
I've hit a squirrel before.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
And that's fine because I was going down Rosser, and I saw it dart out, and I swerved to try to not hit it, and then he bolted the other way, and I ended up hitting him anyhow.
Oh yeah, that squirrel changed its mind. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, don't you hate when a squirrel darts out in front of you and then halfway through when they dart out, they just freeze and they decide they're going to try to go back the other way and they don't make it?
Oh.
And then all of a sudden you hear a thump, thump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was on Irely one morning too, a couple of mornings. Sometimes there's like a possum out on the middle of the road in the morning.
Mhm.
And I've come across this possum where I just have to stop my truck because like it's a possum's eyes and headlights. And that little thing will just stop in the middle of the road and look at me.
Mhm.
And we would be like so easy to run him over.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always look for that little possum crossing the street now every morning.
So Rachel, I was telling, and again, I have not shown anybody this video, just so you know.
Except Russ.
Except Russ. So I was describing the video to Bonnie on the air of your dancing skills, which are quite well, I must say.
Nice.
And I was telling Bonnie how you won't let me send this to the Ellen show.
And what?
You won't let me send the video to the Ellen show.
No.
I want it to go viral, though. I want you to be a viral star.
Yeah.
Then you go out and dance in front of the camera.
But I don't dance as good as you do. You've actually never seen me dance in 21 years. The only time you've seen me dance is at our wedding.
Yeah, and my comment was not to share it to anybody, but you still felt the need to share it to Russ.
Well, I sent it to Russ, but Russ hasn't done nothing with it.
Ooh. Ooh,
Yeah.
it is.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
And now it's in somebody else's hands.
Yeah, it is.
That's not the point. The point was I asked you not to share it to anyone, and you still felt the need to share it to Russ.
See, I told you I have a transparent relationship. All my dirty laundry gets aired on the
Cutting
radio.
in and out.
Well, I'm sorry. It's probably your phone.
So can we trust this Russ not
Yeah, of
to
course we
share
could
it
trust
with
Russ.
the world?
Yeah, we could trust Russ. Russ won't do that.
Is he trustworthy?
He is.
All right.
At least I think he is. Right, Rachel? Hello?
Hello?
Did I lose you there?
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you. You've been cutting in and out.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm cutting in and out, so
So
it must be a bad cell signal.
Are you
And it's
frustrated?
not a matter of trusting Russ. It's a matter of I asked you not to do something, and you did it anyhow.
Man, I'm just getting my butt ripped on the radio this morning.
I guess so.
And everybody's probably applauding my wife as they speak
You
or as
better
they're listening.
You better put something in the oven for the both of you tonight.
Yeah, wife 1, husband 0. That's the score. There's that damn laugh again.
I like it. It's cute.
All right, I got to get to birthdays and anniversaries before somebody sends me a nasty message on the internet or something. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Go get your double ice, whatever it is that you get with sweetened sugar and whatever the heck that is. Just go get a nice
Have a
coffee.
good day.
All right, see you later.
There
Bye-bye.
must have been something good in that coffee.
I don't know.
To make her smile and giggle like that.
Yeah, as long as she gets her coffee, she's happy. So I could tell she didn't have her coffee this morning. That's why she was a little grumpy.
Oh, yeah.
But that's besides the point. I want to say good morning to my buddy George up in Kentucky. He's watching us on the Facebook page. Good morning, George. Says good morning to you and I, Bonnie. It's
Morning,
time
George.
for birthdays, anniversaries
Hi.
back in the day. And what do you got for me this morning, Bonnie?
Well, I guess I have classmates of mine from the good old school of broadcasting. Happy birthday to Kevin. He's up in Shawano, Wisconsin. And
All right, hold on. I got to settle something.
okay.
My wife says that I hung up on her before she had a chance to say, I love you and have a good day. Did I hang up on my wife?
I think you always really say that. So I'm kind of going to side right here and say that you did not.
I did not.
Nothing disrespectful that went on that I could see or tell.
Okay. I mean, I could just call her back
and
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I just so this way she's not upset.
And happy birthday to Sandy and to Tony, who I both graduated with from high school.
Here we go. This way she won't be mad. I'll call her back. Okay?
Hello.
Yeah, all right. I love you and have a good day too. Okay. All right. Are you happy now?
I went to say I love you and you hung up.
All right. See you later. I love you. Bye-bye.
Now you just
There
made her
go.
day.
All right.
That's
there.
good.
Now I hung up.
That's
on her.
all right.
Anyway, Mackenzie Foy is 20 years old today. That's the star of this year's Black Beauty remake and Disney's The Nutcracker and The Four Realms. Zoe Deutsch, 26. That's Zombieland 2. Taron Egerton, 31. Elton John in The Rocket Man.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the movie Rocket Man?
Did
Evan?
not.
Yeah, I saw that one at the movie theater. I did not like it as well as when I saw the Queen, the Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
Oh, okay.
So this was kind of like a story about Elton John,
All
and,
right.
and the other one was a story about Freddie Mercury.
All right. Lou Ferrigno Jr. is 36 years old today. That's a rocker on SWAT. Miranda Lambert, 37. Diplo, 42 years old today. Eva's 42. That's Terry in the Barbershop movies. Walter Goggins is 49. He's the star of the CBS single dad sitcom, The Unicorn.
I wanted to watch that movie.
Did you really?
No, it's a show that I'm going to look that up because I saw the previews for that. It's like about a single dad.
Right.
And I think he goes out on a dating scene.
Okay.
And I've been meaning to watch some episodes, but I have not yet. So I'm wondering if I can find them on Hulu like I can the Connors.
Oh, okay.
Because I finally caught up on the Connors too, like with their brand new season. They have like very timely stuff on that show, and they even had like about the COVID and said about the presidential election and going on right about Halloween, and finally caught up with them. So they keep it pretty timely. But I'd like to see The Unicorn.
Tracy Morgan, 52 years old today. That's a former Saturday Night Live star who plays Trey Barker on The Last OG on TBS, and Tracy Jordan on 30 Rock. Mackenzie Phillips, 61 years old today. That's Barb Denning in Orange is the New Black.
She was in Orange is the New Black.
Yes.
That's Mackenzie Phillips from One Day at a Time.
Yes.
Mackenzie Phillips.
Yes.
I got to look that up to see what character she played now.
Please do. You have your computer right there in front of you.
Yeah, I got to find this.
Sinbad, the comedian turned actor, 64 years old today. Tim Rice, 76 years old today. That's the lyricist for Evita. Celebrating birthdays in the heavens, Greg Lake from Emerson Lake and Palmer. Russell Johnson, the professor on Gilligan's Island, celebrating a birthday in the heavens. Roy Schneider, Martin Brody in Jaws. Brittany Murphy, celebrating a birthday in the heavens as well. She's starting Clueless, Sin City, 8 Mile, and the Michael Douglas movie, Don't Say a Word. Wow. Bonnie, do you know what today is by any chance?
Today, is it some kind of like National Food Day that's going on?
No.
I know it's
Guess
not
again.
National Pancake Day or Waffle Day.
No, guess again.
Okay, today being November 10, we know that tomorrow is Veterans Day,
Right.
don't we? And
Today is... I'm going to play this, see if you know what it is. You know what this is?
Sesame Street.
Yeah, today's Sesame Street Day.
Sesame Street
It's Sesame
Day.
Street Day.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, it's Sesame Street Day today.
They had a day just dedicated to them, and Sesame Street.
Yep. Sesame Street Day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Veterans Day. I'm working on getting a very special guest on the program tomorrow morning. Not going to say who it is. Let me see. Hey, did you see my favorite?
Yeah, we need a veteran on the show. That would be cool if you got that.
Yeah.
If you got that deal going.
Yeah, if I could get that person. Did I say who it was on the air? I
No,
don't
you
remember.
did not.
I'm not going
I
to
don't
say
think
who
you
it
did.
is.
No, you
No,
didn't.
somebody very special, near and dear to me. I sent them a text this morning, so we'll see if they'll be on the program with us
Very nice.
tomorrow morning.
And thank a veteran And don't just do it on Veterans Day. Do
Yeah.
it every day.
Tomorrow's
every
the day we honor all veterans. They did that actually at our church this past Sunday, where Congressman Brian Mast was on hand at Christ Fellowship.
Yeah.
They hand out challenge coins every year on Veterans Day to all the veterans.
Uh-huh.
And Brian Mast was part of that procession. And everybody got a very nice formal salute from the congressman
Nice.
that received the challenge coin. So that was very cool.
That is very cool. So very
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and speaking of Veterans Day, 245 years ago today, in 1775, the United States Marines were born by the act of Congress during the Revolutionary War.
1775, right?
Yep, 1775.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. In 1954, the U.S. Marine Corps War Memorial, the one with the statue of a group of Marines raising the American flag on the island of Iwo Jima, was dedicated in Arlington, Virginia, to honor the Marine dead of all wars.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know it.
Really, really cool.
Yep.
Very cool. It is 7:23. It's news time once again. Let's go to the news desk, and here's Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. And when Evan and I just talking about Veterans Day and honoring veterans, there's going to be a Veterans Day ceremony being held tomorrow at Memorial Park in Stuart. And this is at 300 Southeast Ocean Boulevard. Starts at 11 tomorrow morning. There will be an informal parade, too, of military vehicles from the Road to Victory Military Museum and happening in our beautiful Stuart area come tomorrow, Veterans Day. So far, President Trump hasn't made it back to Florida since the election, but the vice president might arrive in the state today.
The Federal Aviation Administration is warning pilots that a VIP will be going through Fort Myers Airport Tuesday. Vice President Mike Pence has visited Sanibel Island several times in the past. So far, no public events have been announced for his expected visit. I'm Gordon Berg.
The Florida Attorney General's office is completing a 2-year investigation into the Catholic Church and has identified 97 Florida priests accused of sexual abuse. None of the priests will face charges due to statute of limitations or being deceased. As the U.S. exceeds 10 million coronavirus cases, the spike continues here in Florida, and that includes the Orlando area.
Our data shows that our cases are increasing. The 14 days average positivity rate right now is 6.29, and 14 days ago was 5.39.
Orange County Health Director Dr. Raul Pino says the typical person getting infected is a young adult coming in contact with someone they know in a social environment. Chris Nisich has officially set a new Guinness World Record. He's the first athlete with Down syndrome to complete a full triathlon. And WPTV's ABC Action News partner, Sarah Holenbach, has the story.
This is the sound of history in the making. 21-year-old Chris Nikic just set a new Guinness World Record, completing a 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike, and 26.2-mile run in 16 hours, 46 minutes, and 9 seconds.
I just exploded.
Despite a few obstacles like falling off his bike and getting stung by fire ants, Chris kept going.
He does everything with a smile and he never quits.
Dan Grebe, Chris's coach, was there by his side throughout the entire race, making good on a promise to Chris's dad.
I said, Nick, you've done an amazing job with your boy for 21 years. Just give me him for 17 hours, and I promise you I'll return to you an Ironman. And greatest honor of my life was keeping that promise.
Chris's parents told by doctors that even the simplest task would be tough for their son. But here he is taking on one of the most grueling athletic events on the globe, setting his sights on his next goal, to compete among the nation's most elite athletes at the Special Olympics USA Games in 2022.
What time did Chris tell him? Good time.
All the while encouraging all of us to never let anything stand between us and our dreams.
I want to inspire others so they can be like me, so one day they can do too.
Sarah Hollenbeck, ABC Action News.
And lastly, 56% of Americans are still going to travel this year for Thanksgiving. That's down 14% from last year, but still pretty high. And only 11% of them will fly. The vast majority of people will drive. In Monday Night Football from last night, New England beat the New York Jets by a score of 30-27. And thus far in our Pick'em League, our top three Pick'em League pickers, I'm picking them so good. At number 1, we have Chief Pick'em Good. Number 2 is Big Mike. And number 3, Unstable Cornbread. Me as the Packer backer, I missed a couple of weeks doing my picks, so I'm down there. I'm down there at number 31. Got to do better next week, this coming week. Our news time is 7:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:29, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, on our roadways right now, Evan, the latest from FHP forecasted, we're not seeing any traffic accidents. Just look for those rain bands and maybe give yourself a little extra time this morning. Your latest look at traffic. And right now we have 75 here in Stewart. In Hakone, Japan, a cloudy sky and 46. Here's our forecast, WPTV.
Heavy rainfall possible for the morning drive as tropical moisture continues to feed into the area. Temperatures this morning starting off in the mid-70s. Highs this afternoon in the mid-80s, cloudy with peaks of sunshine and a 60% chance for showers and storms. Breezy southeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Veterans Day, highs in the mid-80s, partly sunny skies, breezy winds, and scattered showers and storms possible. Thursday, highs in the mid-80s, cloudy conditions with more showers and storms throughout the day. By the end of the work week into the weekend, drier air settles in, rain chances go down. We'll see more sunshine with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you live on the air. Give us a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Now you can get insurance from a secret unified force deeply embedded in the Republic. The Deep State Farm Insurance has its own agenda for lowering your insurance rates.
Who are you talking to?
Jake from the Deep State Farm Insurance.
Hello, Jake from the Deep State Farm Insurance. What are you wearing?
A nondescript suit and tie like a secret, powerful federal bureaucrat.
The Deep State Farm Insurance, trying to secretly manipulate your insurance policy. Because like a good neighbor who may be manipulating your life, Deep State Farm is there.
Yeah, Deep State Farm is there, definitely. 7:32 on the Get Up and Go show, Bonnie.
Yes.
Maybe we should get some Deep State Farm insurance.
Do you feel a need to get that?
I don't know. But I do feel a need for stupid news.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
Every time I hear this music, I think of Phil.
I know,
Don't know why.
because his head just starts going stir crazy,
Yeah.
and like that head starts bobbling, and
Yeah.
the neck goes all rubbery.
And he
Like,
hums this song.
yeah.
Let's go to Mumbai, India, where a 27-year-old woman married a 29-year-old man back in September.
How old was the woman?
27.
27
Yeah,
and
27,
29.
29.
That's a good
It's
age gap. Yes.
Right? And the day after their wedding, he revealed a big secret that he's bald.
Oh no! How can I marry a bald man?
Well, here's the deal. He'd been wearing a hairpiece for the entire time she'd known him, and only revealed the truth after the marriage was official. So now she's filed a legal complaint against the guy where she says she never would have married him if she had known he was bald.
She should have given him a chance. I mean, hasn't she ever seen Bruce Willis? My gosh.
The police are looking into whether there's fraud here or not. So there could be fraudulent charges.
Wow. I
Now-
didn't know you could do that sort of thing. Press charges against somebody because you weren't sure of their hair, whether
Yeah.
it was. I don't know. Is it
Oh, right.
illegal? Is it illegal to be bald over there? in
I
that situation?
could tell you. I know that Rachel married me, and I'm bald. And, it's just, you rub my chrome dome for good luck.
Were you bald too when you met Rachel?
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she knew what was going on.
She knew what she was getting into.
Would she be the kind of lady that in the moment she found out, like if you faked that you had hair, then to
No.
find out you were bald, would she sue or leave you for it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
She just tried rubbing my head and getting 3 wishes, but none of them came true. She thought it was a magic lamp.
Oh, now,
Yeah.
now it's you have a beautiful family. I'm sure all of the wishes came true for
Yeah,
her.
but my chrome dome is a solar panel for a love machine. So that's what keeps me going.
I keep remembering seeing that guy out at the beach when it was love bug season, and he was like swimming in the ocean.
Mhm.
And so he was bald, but it looked like he had a full head of hair, Evan, because all of the love bugs covered his baldness.
Oh, okay. I better not talk about baldness too much because, Fredo will wind up calling again with his new service called Fredo's Toupee Service.
Yeah,
Guy's got a business for everything you can humanly possibly think of.
I know. He's done more in a lifetime, than
Oh, boy.
than
Here's
you
the
can
phone.
do in several lifetimes.
Yeah. I'm only afraid to see who this is on the phone. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, sir.
Oh, it's Bentley. That's even twice as worse. I mean,
Oh.
it's twice as good.
Oh, stop it,
Good
Evan.
morning, Bentley. How
Hi.
are you, sir?
Good morning, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
Almighty Goddess of Radio.
Oh, hello, Bentley.
Yes. How are you? Where you been?
I was in Acapulco.
Oh, you were in Acapulco.
Yes.
So just because Phil decides that he's going to play guest co-host, you decide that you take a week off.
Well, Lakeisha paid for it, sir.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right.
The Keisha must have the bucks.
Yeah, she got
Man.
some bucks to get
Yeah.
Acapulco.
Wow.
Yes, it was fun. I didn't stay out too long because I burned very easily.
Yeah, I know you're very pale.
Yes.
You're about as white as the wall.
Yes. That's it, sir. So.
Okay.
But I'm. By the way, I'm on the internet and I see video of your wife dancing, sir.
Oh.
Oh, say
You
it
do?
isn't so.
How did
Yeah.
that get there?
It's on Fredo's YouTube channel, sir.
Oh. I wonder how Fredo got a hold of that because it wasn't sent to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, except I texted it to my partner, Russ, my business partner, but I know he would never post that online anywhere.
Does Fredo know Russ?
I don't know.
Do they know one another?
I don't know if he does. That's not good.
Are you sure it was really
You
Rachel?
sure it was Rachel?
Yes, sir. I have met Rachel before because I have served you both before.
Oh,
sir.
yes,
And
that's
I
true.
even drove you
Yes.
to where you need to go before.
Yes.
So you better have a talk with Rachel when you get home, Evan.
I'm in
just say
deep
it's
doo-doo.
already going to go viral. Why
And
don't I
this is on Fredo's YouTube channel. I'll have to Google this and look.
Yes, it's on there, sir. I just wanted to let you know.
So you should make it big now and send it to Ellen if
Wow.
it's going to be viral anyway.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well,
Rachel's probably driving to work, shaking her head.
we'll see how many views it has right now.
Well, it says 4,000, sir.
4,000 views.
Yes, sir.
And the
It's
video's
already been
only-
monetized.
It's what?
It's already been monetized, sir.
It's
so Fredo's making
monetized.
money off of it.
Oh, we're making money off the wife now. So I'm pimping my wife out, is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, Fredo is, sir.
Oh, gee, lovely.
Oh.
Just lovely. I'm making money off my wife now.
All right, sir. I have to go. I have to go serve a couple right now. I'll talk to you later, sir.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye, Fredo. I mean, Bentley. I get... I get everybody confused.
We get all these people confused.
I get
and-
everybody confused.
Oh,
All right, let's go to Mudlick, Kentucky.
Mudlick.
Where a woman in Mudlick, Kentucky tried to dine and dash from a restaurant, but instead of running out the door like a normal petty criminal, she went into the bathroom and tried to escape by climbing into the ceiling vents.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It
but
sounds like a escape from prison or
Yeah.
or like when I watch Almost Got Away with It.
Yeah, but like most of us know, Bonnie, the whole crawling through the vents move doesn't really work in real life.
Yeah.
The manager at the restaurant figured out what she was doing and called the cops. They could hear as the woman maneuvered through the ceiling and then came crashing down right onto the kitchen floor. Somehow she wasn't hurt in the fall, but she was arrested right on the spot.
They said it sounds like there's a very huge rat up there.
Yeah, I was a big rat. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be a big rat when I get home. Oh boy, here goes the phone again. Let's see who this is. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Good morning from Mudlick, Kentucky.
Oh, good morning from Mudlick, Kentucky. There's George.
Yeah, Mudlick, Kentucky's only a couple miles from me.
Wow. Did you hear about that story in Mudlick?
Yeah.
Is that crazy or what? And George can attest to this, that I don't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
And George lives up that way, and he actually heard the story on his local news channel. So yes, that's a true story. I don't make this stuff up.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, because there's only one restaurant in the whole town.
Yeah, that's it.
Did it give the name of the restaurant, Evan, in the news story?
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay. But
No, it
George
didn't.
knows the name, but you probably can't reveal it, right, George?
No, George can't reveal it. No.
Yeah.
It's a Bentley thing and a Fredo thing.
Oh. Mudlick, Kentucky.
Yes, Mudlick, Kentucky.
Maybe it's called like the Mudlick Inn or something.
The Mudlick Inn.
And Evan, you know who's from there, don't you?
Yeah, Hillbilly Jim.
And
I don't know who else.
The Undertaker.
Oh, the Undertaker's from Mudlick, Kentucky. That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a WWE Superstars, Bonnie.
Uh-huh.
Just so you know, we're talking wrestling.
Sounds like some real rough people. I mean, this lady sounds rough if she actually tried to dine and dash and then try to go up in the vents of a ceiling. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's
I
a
thought
rough.
It was Edna.
What did you call her?
I said I thought it might have been Edna.
Okay.
You had to look to see if your wife was still with you, and probably said, "Thank goodness it wasn't her."
Well, George is not married, so anyway.
Oh, that's right. I'm talking to the old man
No.
down the road.
No, this is not the old man.
Oh, but George obviously knows Edna.
I mean, George
so
is George
for
is
sure.
George is a young man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's met Edna and the old man before. He
Yeah.
has.
That's like
They
your.
parked the Winnebago in front of his house.
It's like his grandma and grandpa, or aunt and uncle, or something like that.
Something
right?
of that
Maybe his godparents.
So what's on Slate today? Oh, I know what you wanted. You wanted to ask Bonnie about the Amish market because Bonnie went to the Amish while she was on vacation. So go ahead and ask her what you want to ask her.
Oh my gosh. It's like if you like French dressing, okay. I'm going to send my brother some up in Wisconsin because he loves French dressing. So from the Amish, I got tomato bacon dressing, salad dressing. And I tried some on my salad, and oh, what flavor! OMG!
Oh yeah.
And I got myself some cranberry salsa. This is like a canned, like how Mom used to can jam and berries from her garden. It comes in a can like that, and cranberry salsa. That's it's really on the sweet side, for me to have salsa, but I like to mix it with, something hotter to make my salsa on the hot note. And I also got homemade strawberry jam from them.
Yeah, Bonnie, are you sure they are Amish or are they Pennsylvania Dutch?
This said Amish. I'm going to say nowhere on the labels did I see Pennsylvania Dutch, but
So they have Amish, that Pennsylvania Amish Dutch up there too.
okay.
Yeah.
The next time I go to that flea market, George, I'm gonna ask, which of the Amish that they are, because and that was like it's like a little barn that was below the hill, and it's the last thing that I hit when I went to the flea market. But I was
did they drive horse and buggies or?
They didn't have them there, no. But it's like I want to go back because I thought the perishables was really cool. They had candles there. This lady made soap, and it was just like the neatest little barn.
Was it soap on a rope?
No, she
Don't
was.
drop it.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
But it smelled awfully good. It smelled awfully good in there too.
Yeah, they make a lot of soap. They make a lot of herbs and all that stuff, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And with the perishables that I bought, I paid a little more, but I'm so glad that I took some of that home. And I now I have that little label and with the little phone number, and I want to call and order some more for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's the weather like in Kentucky right now?
We're supposed to be in the high 70s today. It's crazy weather for November.
That's ideal, man. You could go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be like perfect condition to, have a boat on a lake up there.
Well, I have to be, today it's a slow day for me. I have a procedure done tomorrow, so got a scope to get done. Down the stomach.
Oh, really? Ooh, yeah.
That'll be good.
That's that sounds nerve-wracking.
Cakewalk.
Oh, I would be like up all night thinking about that one, George.
It's better going down one way and going up another. So,
Yeah.
right, Evan?
I don't even want to think about that.
Oh,
I don't even want to visualize that.
oh my word.
Jeez. What time's your scope tomorrow?
I'm waiting for a call.
Are they going to knock you out?
Oh yeah.
Hey, can you call me live right before they knock you out?
You know darn well I can't even do that. I can just imagine what you'll do too.
Oh, come on.
I can't have my phone with me.
Says who?
Says the hospital.
Oh, bull dinky.
Yeah, you're just etching for something to do like that.
I am. I want a live report.
Oh gosh.
Who's taking you?
You want to FaceTime it? Is that what
Yeah, I want to do like a Zoom call right while you're on the table. They're about to scope down your throat.
I'm not sure I
I
want
want to hear you gag.
see this. That might be a haunting kind of sight. That was a haunting kind of sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Halloween is over.
Yeah.
Halloween.
The show just goes through everything, doesn't it?
I'm telling you, there's no filter here, buddy. You know that. You know how I roll. Anyway, listen, we got to get rolling here. 7:46 is the time. We have to go to news. So,
right.
G, we'll talk to you later. All right.
All right.
Bye now. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. And all 4 public school districts on the Treasure Coast will reopen today. Jennifer DeSaggio, a spokeswoman for the Martin County School District, said Monday that all district schools and offices will reopen. That includes both in-person and remote learning classes. All athletic and after-school activities will also resume. The school district of Indian River County, St. Lucie Public Schools, and Okeechobee County School District also announced that all campuses are safe to reopen today. The city of Port St. Lucie will consider doing more to keep pet mill animals out of stores and support clearing the animal shelters packed with animals needing homes. WPTV's Treasure Coast reporter Megan McRoberts was at a Port St. Lucie city meeting last night.
Well, city commissioners late tonight ended up tabling the discussion to go into more in depth later in December, but they will be discussing ways to better regulate breeders within the city and encourage more animal adoption from shelters. The city is proposing changes to city ordinances that would require an adoption-based model for the sale of dogs, cats, or rabbits. That means animals would be sourced from stray and unwanted pets like those taken in by animal shelters or rescues. Police Chief John Bolduc also says dogs or cats purchased directly from a breeder or wholesaler would not be allowed to be sold by pet shops within Port St. Lucie.
It started with the sale of rabbits, and then we've had one particular person who, or a group of people actually, that have been very upset about the sale of rabbits in the city because people tend to get them and then turn them loose.
It could also become illegal for anyone to breed dogs and cats in the city without a permit, something currently not regulated.
Where they'd be permitted would allow us to know how many people are breeding animals, and then also, are they doing it professionally? And if they are breeding animals, are the animals being treated right?
And the police chief says there actually are no stores in Port St. Lucie currently selling dogs or cats, but this just lays the groundwork for the potential of future pet sale stores to move into the city. In Port St. Lucie, I'm Megan McRoberts. Back to you.
And the Veterans Day closures that we have along the Treasure Coast, well, they include the schools at IRSC. There are no classes for tomorrow, Veterans Day. With FAU, no classes are scheduled for tomorrow either. And tomorrow being Veterans Day, the post offices will be closed. For Martin County, of course, the Martin County Public Schools closed once again for Veterans Day. That's coming up tomorrow. Keep in mind, we mentioned they are open today. And for the city of Stuart with the garbage pickup, there's no garbage pickup tomorrow. And it looks like Wednesday's pickup will be Thursday. Thursday's pickup will be Friday. Friday's pickup will be Saturday. And they're going to have their regular schedule for the recycling. So far, President Trump hasn't made it back to Florida since the election, but the vice president might arrive in the state today.
The Federal Aviation Administration is warning pilots that a VIP will be going through Fort Myers Airport Tuesday. Vice President Mike Pence has visited Sanibel Island several times in the past. So far, no public events have been announced for his expected visit. I'm Gordon Bird.
And now let's take a quick look at our sports. Andy Reid's 230th career victory on Sunday moved him up the NFL's all-time list for combined playoff and regular season wins, but he and the Kansas City Chiefs had to work for it. The 33-31 victory over Carolina at Arrowhead Stadium wasn't secured until the Packers missed a 67-yard field goal attempt on the final play. And our Monday Night Football, New England took a win last night. They beat the New York Jets 30-27. News time at 7:50. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
7:52 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, on the turnpike north of us, northbound up in Fort Pierce, there is an accident, and this is northbound at mile marker 167, and traffic moving slow there. You're going to get through. We're not seeing roadblock from that accident. Some rain in the area we've had all morning. Just give yourself some extra time if you're heading out. Be safe on the roads. There's your latest look at traffic. And we have 77, a little bit of rain in the Port St. Lucie area. It's cloudy and 26 in Whitefish, Montana. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Heavy rainfall possible for the morning drive as tropical moisture continues to feed into the area. Temperatures this morning starting off in the mid-70s. Highs this afternoon in the mid-80s, cloudy with peaks of sunshine and a 60% chance for showers and storms. Breezy southeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Veterans Day, highs in the mid-80s, partly sunny skies, breezy winds, and scattered showers and storms possible. Thursday, highs in the mid-80s, cloudy conditions with more showers and storms throughout the day. By the end of the work week into the weekend, drier air settles in, rain chances go down. We'll see more sunshine with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
It is coming up on 7:58 on the Get Up and Go show, and coming up at 8 o'clock this morning, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Sheriff of Martin County is going to be here, Sheriff William Snyder. And boy, does he have lots to talk about, Bonnie.
Yeah, it's going to be, fun catching up with the sheriff once again, Evan. And he always gives us that good insight about Martin County. And whether it's good or bad, but more than usual, it's good. So we always like to find out what's happening from Sheriff Snyder.
Yeah, I love having him on the program. I really, truly do.
Absolutely.
He's amazing. He's a great individual. And he's got a lot of insight as far as everything goes.
And we hope that everything that's happening is good and that he has some very good news to tell us once again.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, for sure, without a doubt. That's going to be coming up a little bit after 8 o'clock this evening. And then, of course, Randy Siegel with the Space Report. That'll be happening around 8:30 this morning. And, of course, we'll have 2 more newscasts for you coming up at a little after 8 o'clock when the sheriff is done as
Evan,
well.
I've got a couple of random facts for this Tuesday.
Sure, go for it, Bonnie.
The oldest living child of a president is Linda Bird Johnson Robb, and she would be Lyndon B. Johnson's oldest daughter.
LBJ,
You know how old she is?
85?
Oh, good guess. She's 76.
Okay.
The oldest living child of a
Okay.
president. Did you know that carrots are actually bad for rabbits and can
What?
cause health problems?
Really?
But because of Bugs Bunny, pretty much everyone thinks rabbits love carrots.
No kidding.
It is not so. Are you familiar with Biz Markie? Biz Markie, the artist of
The rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he never planned to sing on the chorus on Just a Friend,
Mm-hmm.
but none of the people he asked to sing showed up at the studio.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. Okay, we got to step back for a moment. We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. And then hour number 3 of the Get Up and Go show right here on Martin County's Heritage Station. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch the dial. Don't even touch the volume.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
8:07 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie, and it's time for our weekly visit with the Sheriff of Martin County. Sheriff William Snyder's joining us on our line right now. Sheriff Snyder, good morning. Top of the morning to you. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. Good. You and Bonnie and Martin County, all is well.
Oh, It's a beautiful thing. God bless. That's for sure. We wake up vertical, we're breathing, and that's what matters the most, right?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of things in life are important, but yeah, that's one of them.
I did it again. I made him laugh.
Yes, I like the laugh.
See, every time I can get the sheriff to laugh a little bit, I can get him to break character.
It puts a
just
smile in
bit.
our morning.
It really does. When I can get you to laugh a little bit, it makes me feel good.
You have a simple life, man.
I do. I really do. And that's the way I choose. I choose to live a very simple, easy, non-stressful life. Definitely. So how's some grandbabies? How's the family doing these days?
Very, very good. All is well. Of course, Christmas is coming. The more grandchildren you have, the more expensive Christmas gets.
Yeah, get those credit cards out.
Oh gosh, that does make it a little stressful too.
Yeah, that reminds me, I have to put in for an increase in my limit too, Bonnie. So
Yes.
with one grandbaby, my gosh, the sheriff's got a bunch of grandbabies, so he's going to be owning stock in a toy company, I guess.
And they're all going to want Legos for Christmas.
Yes.
And those get pretty expensive.
Yes.
None of that stuff these children want today are inexpensive.
No, grandkids are expensive, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, especially
But the
when
best part about it is they can come over and visit,
Yeah.
and you can spoil them, and then you just send them home, and you have nothing to worry about.
And some are turning into teens when they want that pricey cell phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sheriff, let's talk a little bit about the terrible. Oh my gosh, my heart broke when I read this story the other day in the news about the gentleman that accidentally killed his pregnant wife.
Yeah, those are the nightmare calls that when you hear them on the radio, or you're the first responder, or the detectives or forensic, those are the cases that really make you really reflective on just how bad things can go in modern society, and with handguns especially. You know, that's the ultimate killing machine. And that bullet does not have a brain. You pull that trigger, how many few pounds of pressure on the trigger, and that bullet takes off. And in this case, it was unintentional. It was the wife who was in a part of the house that the husband didn't expect. He thought he heard an intruder, and he fired.
I could not even fathom being that gentleman that accidentally killed his wife. Is the investigation still ongoing, Sheriff, if you don't mind me asking?
No, of course. Yes, it is ongoing. And, you know, his initial statement was what we had to go on, but we have forensic evidence that has to be processed.
Right.
And we have ongoing discussions with the state attorney's office. And I think I said to one of the outlets, you know, they said, well, do you believe the story? And my job is not to believe or disbelieve anything. My job is to collect the facts and then make a reasonable and rational assessment of everything we have. And that's what we're doing.
Right. And of course, I'm not going to ask you, you know, your humble opinion or anything like that, because it is an open and ongoing investigation. Let me ask you this. Are you able to reveal if the baby is still alive, or what's the status on the baby? Because I know last I read, they were able to, get the baby out of the mommy's belly.
Yes, the baby is still alive, unless that's changed overnight. I haven't got my morning report yet.
Okay.
And the baby's in, of course, whatever condition you would describe a child born almost 3 months premature. So they're doing everything they can. Friday, I was in touch with our people. The baby had taken some turn for the worse, but I think the child. I know the child made it through that crisis.
Right. Oh, I couldn't even fathom that at all whatsoever. Anyway, let's turn the page here and go to our next topic about there's a sexual battery case that you guys are going to be releasing news on a little bit this morning, a little later on this morning.
Yes, we made an arrest of a suspect who was really despicable, was causing women to become intoxicated with a combination of alcohol and prescription medication, and committing unwanted sexual acts and filming it and moving it on the internet.
Oh.
So those are the kind of things you read about and think, well, that happens somewhere else, wherever you picture in your mind bad things happening like that, but it was happening right here.
Wow. That's very despicable, I must say.
Yeah.
If anybody knows anything pertaining to this, please contact the sheriff's office if you have any information pertaining to this, or you think you may have even been a victim in this case. Please contact the sheriff's office as well, and they will reach out to you if you need to remain anonymous. Most definitely, being anonymous, of course, is very sacred as well, and they will make sure that nobody knows who you are as far as pertaining to that goes. Let's get out of the bad stuff and let's talk about some good stuff. Holiday season is coming up. We got a couple of weeks until Thanksgiving, and then we're full blown on into Christmas. Let's talk a little bit about safety and things like that. There's enough garbage going on in the world these days, Sheriff. So let's talk about maybe we can get to some kind of normality with the holidays.
Well, yeah, certainly Christmas, the holidays, Hanukkah, all represent kind of the high water mark in most of our years. And unfortunately for people in my industry, you see it as tinsel and decorations and Christmas lights and gifts. I see it as people, more people on the roads, crowded parking lots, more likelihood of accidents, shoplifting, people breaking into cars. So not to be the Grinch, but there is a part of my responsibility is to consistently warn people the carry-on, the vultures of the criminal world look at it as an opportunity to take advantage. And because they know people have money in their purses, or they have their extra credit cards, they have their gifts in the car, and they're at the malls, they're at different places, and that can become a real attraction for criminals.
What are some safety things that our listeners can do when they go to the mall and they go shopping and they want to, take their presents and put them out in the vehicle and then go back in and do some more shopping? What kind of safety tips do you have for our listeners that are going to the mall this holiday season and stocking up on those gifts?
Sure. I think a lot of it we kind of intuitively know. Let me start off with our most important possession, and that's our children.
Right.
So when you're at the mall, the children, everybody's looking at decorations or Santa Claus, or you're racing from one sale to the other. Keep your eye on your children. Make sure they're close. That's our most important possession. And after that, of course, purses are just such a good target. The other day I was in Publix, and some lady had a very expensive, I can't remember the brand, you can tell it's one of those expensive purses right there on her shopping cart. And I walked by and just lightly touched the handle of her purse and said, "Ma'am, your purse." Her back was completely, she turned around, recognized me, said, "Oh, thanks, Sheriff." But that's the way I look at things. Everybody goes to Publix to look for sales. I look at purses.
Yeah.
And shopping carts. And so
just make sure they don't match your shoes. That's all.
Yeah. So, keep your hand on your purse.
Yeah.
I think this is a great time of year. Go home today after listening to this wonderful radio show. Dump everything out of your purse or your wallet and pick through it and get rid of everything in there that you just can't afford to lose and don't need every day. Social Security cards, grandma's expensive ring that you've been carrying around, so you can go get it fixed. Just go through there and lighten the load. Credit cards that you're not going to use this year. Anything that if you lose your purse makes it easier for you to make a report and know exactly what's in there. I say purse. Wallets are the same way.
Yeah.
It's not a woman thing. Men stuff their wallets with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I'll admit that. But I carry a backpack on my shoulder.
Right.
I carry one of those, law enforcement type backpacks that
Is
my
it
daughter told me to get.
a man purse?
No, it's sitting
that
right
you
over.
have?
It's sitting right over there. See that big
yeah.
backpack right there?
Well, it is manly.
Yes.
It's big and black and very manly,
Yeah,
Evan.
and you'd have to, if you're going to go in my backpack while it's on my back, I'm going to feel you trying to get the zippers open because it's not exactly the easiest thing to open up.
Right.
But I mean, ladies, I mean, like the sheriff says, if you're going to carry a purse, why even take a purse to the mall? All you need your driver's license and the credit card that you're planning on using. Stick them in your pocket with your keys, and that's all you need, right, Sheriff?
Yeah, I say this: get to the essentials: your credit card, your driver's license, just a little wallet. Even for a woman, you can throw it in the front pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Those purses are just so attractive. And while you're at it, be careful about wearing jewelry that you don't. I mean, this is just a great time of year to go. A little more casual, a little more plain. And I think in South Florida today, that's what we see more of. People aren't wearing flashy, expensive stuff. But every once in a while, I'll see a chain or something. I'll think, my word, just one grab and it would be gone.
Everybody
but
has
I think like that. I don't want your listeners to all live on the edge of, the precipice of disaster like I do. You got to enjoy life.
Definitely.
You don't need to make yourself a target.
Yeah,
definitely.
Usually my purse has like a really long strap, but like even when I was walking around the flea market with it last weekend, that strap isn't just over my shoulder. It's secured around my neck. I put it like right on the other side of my neck and just have it tight on my shoulder like that.
Sure. And then maybe one last tip. In the unlikely event, because we get so few purse snatchings in Martin County, almost never.
Mm-hmm.
If someone does start tugging on it, don't get in a fight over your purse. Let it go.
Yeah, it's not worth your life.
Don't get your arm pulled out of socket or get pulled to the ground. Just let it go. We'll get it back for you.
Exactly. Sheriff, let me ask you this. Is the department going to have the substation open inside the Treasure Coast Mall like they've done in the past?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We unfortunately, and you haven't asked me yet, well, COVID has hit us pretty hard.
Yeah.
The sheriff's office, I think we're up to 8 now. We have whole sections of the sheriff's office that are working from home.
Okay.
So we have to try to minimize our risk.
Okay. Have you had, and I don't know if it was your department or not, do you have the eyes in the sky, so to speak, at the mall where they have that big white lift that goes up high and there's a deputy in it perusing the parking lot?
Yeah, we have, those are repurposed military pieces. I think we have 2 of them. They both came from Quantico.
Okay.
And they'll be in the mall this year. Our
Good.
command posts will be in the mall.
Good.
Our bicycle patrols will be in the mall. Our undercovers will be in the mall. So you'll be quite safe there.
Well, if you're listening to this program and you're having any ideas of trying to create something that's illegal at the mall, well, guess what? That's not the place to go. Neither is it anywhere to go. Just don't do it. Pretty plain and simple, right, Sheriff?
Stay in Martin County if you have bad intentions.
Yeah, definitely.
Robert Blake, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
There you go.
Don't do it.
And I just heard the sheriff's other cell phone go off with a little ding, which means he's getting a text message and it's time to let him go because he's got business to take care of without a doubt. So Sheriff Snyder, thank you so much for being with us. We really enjoyed the time of you joining us on the show each week.
My pleasure. Y'all stay safe. God bless.
Stay safe as well. God bless you as well. Bye-bye now. All right, let me hit this button here. There we go. Had the wrong button. All right, very good. It is 8:20. That's what live radio is all about, pressing the wrong buttons, but that's okay. Let's go to the news desk once again, and here is Bonnie.
Thanks once again, Evan. And, a Veterans Day ceremony goes on right here tomorrow at Memorial Park in Stuart. And this is at 300 Southeast Ocean Boulevard. And there's going to be an informal parade of military vehicles from the Road to Victory Military Museum happening for Veterans Day in Stuart tomorrow. So far, President Trump hasn't made it back to Florida since the election, but Vice President might arrive in the state today.
The Federal Aviation Administration is warning pilots that a VIP will be going through Fort Myers Airport Tuesday. Vice President Mike Pence has visited Sanibel Island several times in the past. So far, no public events have been announced for his expected visit. I'm Gordon Bird.
Chris Nisich has officially set a new Guinness World Record. He's the first athlete with Down syndrome to complete a full triathlon. WPTV's ABC Action News partner Sarah Hollenbeck has the story.
This is the sound of history in the making. 21-year-old Chris Nikic just set a new Guinness World Record, completing a 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike, and 26.2-mile run in 16 hours, 46 minutes, and 9 seconds.
I just exploded.
Despite a few obstacles like falling off his bike and getting stung by fire ants, Chris kept going.
He does everything with a smile and he never quits.
Dan Grebe, Chris's coach, was there by his side throughout the entire race, making good on a promise to Chris's dad.
I said, Nick, you've done an amazing job with your boy for 21 years. Just give me him for 17 hours, and I promise you I'll return to you an Iron Man. And greatest honor of my life was keeping that promise.
Chris's parents told by doctors that even the simplest task would be tough for their son. But here he is taking on one of the most grueling athletic events on the globe, setting his sights on his next goal, to compete among the nation's most elite athletes at the Special Olympics USA Games in 2022.
What time did Chris tell him? Good time.
All the while encouraging all of us to never let anything stand between us and our dreams.
I want to inspire others so they can be like me, so one day they can do too.
Sarah Hollenbeck, ABC Action News.
Well, with Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's historic election as the first African-American and Asian woman in her position comes another historic role for her husband, Doug Emhoff. He'll be the country's first second gentleman when Harris is sworn in as vice president in January. Emhoff will be the first male spouse of any vice president or president, and he played a big role in the campaign for Joe Biden's presidency. Emhoff is 56. He's an entertainment lawyer and partner with the firm DLA Piper since 2017. He took a leave of absence after Harris joined Biden's ticket so that he could focus on the campaign. He said he's handled cases involving production companies, a former NFL athlete, and a sports nutrition company, among others, according to the firm. And lastly, a familiar face resurfaced October 30 after keeping fans in the dark for about a year and a half. Catherine the Great White Shark is alive and well, pinging multiple times in the deep ocean off Virginia's coast in the last week and setting a new tracking record for the shark advocacy group OCEARCH's Atlantic Spot Tags. It's always great to know she's doing well, said OCEARCH founder Chris Fletcher. So many people are connected to her. Florida fell in love with Catherine, and it's great to hear from her. Mike Tyson is out doing some publicity for his upcoming pay-per-view fight with Roy Jones Jr. on November 28th. And on a recent podcast, he insisted that he's never done steroids, but he did admit to cheating drug tests by using his kids' urine. Now, to get away with it, he used a Wizinator, which includes a fake manhood. Mike Tyson said the witnesses didn't want to look too closely anyway. Our news time is 8:26. Weather and traffic together next.
827 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, we do see an accident, and this is on I-95 northbound in Port St. Lucie. It's at mile marker 118. It is a vehicle crash with injuries, a little bit of backup, a little bit of some possible roadblock in that area. And then on the Turnpike northbound in Fort Pierce at mile marker 167, there is an accident too, and there's not any roadblock from that accident. There's your latest look at traffic. It's partly cloudy and 77 in Palm City. In London, Ontario, Canada, it's partly cloudy and 60. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Heavy rainfall possible for the morning drive as tropical moisture continues to feed into the area. Temperatures this morning starting off in the mid-70s. Highs this afternoon in the mid-80s, cloudy with peaks of sunshine and a 60% chance for showers and storms. Breezy southeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Veterans Day, highs in the mid-80s, partly sunny skies, breezy winds, and scattered showers and storms possible. Thursday, highs in the mid-80s, cloudy conditions with more showers and storms throughout the day. By the end of the work week into the weekend, drier air settles in, rain chances go down. We'll see more sunshine with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:32 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for our daily dose of space in another place. And without further ado, here's a young man that's outstanding in his own field that has so many stories to tell. I think it outlasts the Webster Dictionary. Here's Randy Siegel. There we go.
It was on this date in history that the Soviet Union launched Luna 17, that was the first rover to be deployed on the surface of the moon. Get ready for a bunch of launches to take place. Due to the inclement weather, as we all see here now, United Launch Alliance has delayed the launch of their large Delta IV rocket. That launch will now take place on Thursday evening or Thursday late afternoon at 5:18 p.m. That's when they will launch a National Reconnaissance Laboratory spacecraft into orbit. The astronauts on board the International Space Station continue their quest for good science. Kate Rubins checked out samples exposed to extreme temperatures in the electronic levitation furnace. The Advanced Research Facility provides insights into the thermophysical properties and the systemics of new material. Rubins then serviced components in the Advanced Resistance Exercise Device. Oh, we'll call it a bicycle. Yep. The astronauts spend about 2.5 hours every day exercising because their muscles atrophy in space. So they use this device in order to gain muscle tone back from long space flights. A spacewalk is currently scheduled for the 18th, where they will do maintenance tasks outside the station in preparation for the new Pirs module being detached and a new science lab being attached. Commander Sergei Rusakov joined flight engineer Sergei Kuchevashchikov, where they conducted leak checks and valve tests inside their Orlan spacesuits. The duo is partnering up with Rubins to review procedures for their 6-hour spacewalk. And yep, we're getting ready for a launch to take place on Thursday for the Atlas rocket. And then on Saturday, we will have the first Crew 1 launch headed to the International Space Station from the Cape. During this launch, it'll be very interesting. Astronaut Mike Hopkins, who's the commander of the flight, said due to a shortage of sleeping areas on the station, that he may choose to sleep in the Crew Dragon. They're waiting for new hardware to get up there, which will allow another compartment to be placed on the International Space Station. But until then, there isn't enough room for all of the astronauts. They're going to evaluate the choreography and see what is necessary for the next cruise. There's also concern on how they pack their food. Yeah, believe that or not. They're thinking about how to pack the food so they can actually get back to taking it for all of them out of the containers. So the Victor Glover has spent a lot of time rearranging the food to make sure it's easy access and also makes sense for the 4 of them in space. Should Joe Biden become the new president of the United States, the administration is likely to put less emphasis on going to the moon and beyond, but more emphasis will take place on the Earth. A Biden administration will spend a lot of time for Earth resources studies. It has been a big thing of their party to have a priority, and the priority is climate change. That's one of the things they're very concerned about. And obviously, it will be a thing that they will look at when they take the helm, should they take the helm, in the near future. The Artemis program is too far along to be scrapped. So as a result, what may happen is they may delay the first launch of the Artemis probe going back to the moon from 2024, as President Trump wants, to possibly 2028. But they will not abandon their mission to the moon. And as you all know, they'll be doing it with a new administrator. Jim Bridenstine said that once the Biden administration takes over, he intends to step down as NASA administrator. There's no word on who would replace him at this point. Today, there will be a media invitation to listen to the Mars Sample Return Independent Review Board. This is a board that has been convened in order to map out a plan when we start bringing Mars rocks back to Earth. They want to be sure that there's no contamination on Earth, and the review board is going to spend a lot of time explaining what they intend to do with the materials. Over at Vandenberg Air Force Base, they are finally going to launch a Falcon 9 rocket with the Sentinel-6 spacecraft on top. Liftoff is scheduled for November 21st at 9:17 Pacific Standard Time. Today, at 7:49 p.m., from the Cape, we're going to see a static firing take place of that Falcon 9 rocket that will launch the astronauts into space. They are simulating exactly the same way they would operate when they actually launch on Sunday at 7:49 p.m. This way, they can assure themselves. Greg Autry said that he's looking forward to addressing the U.S. Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee, where he believes that he has a lot of insight for NASA. The big question is, why? If there's a new administration coming in, then they're going to make changes. So does it make sense to have a hearing today when he may not in fact be NASA's chief financial officer? Russia and India have a memorandum of understanding whereby Russia is training the Indian astronauts. Well, 4 Indian astronauts who are training to go on their Gaganyaan space mission with an indigenous spacecraft for India say that the training will continue after they leave Russia. They are now familiar with what's necessary, and now India says that they can work their own for the training that has to go on. They'll be undergoing medical training, psychological training, advanced training, and flight training in India. A critical test of the core stage of the Space Launch System is facing another delay. This time because a combination of weather and technical issues that can push the test to the end of the year. NASA announced that the green run test of the Space Launch System core stage, including a full duration static firing of the 4 engines, has been delayed to mid to late November. And the weather is the main culprit for that. Tomorrow, we're going to tell you about Gwen Shotwell from SpaceX dealing with the Air Force and the Space Force. So until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time, talking all about things NASA and outer space. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie is standing by with the latest and greatest to soothe your appetite. Bonnie?
Yes, thank you, Evan. And, try some comfort food. Very comforting is a hot bowl of delicious soup. Fresh Mark is, actually, Chef Mark is making it fresh for you now. Hot bowl of soup today with a fresh jumbo wrap. Of course, make it a chicken wrap with some oven roasted chicken, some mozzarella cheese. You get caramelized onions in this one, tomatoes, lettuce, and cranberry mayo. Tasty. For dessert, try some Snickers brownies, or maybe to take home a half pound of those delicious chocolate chip cookies. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605, to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
Time now for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold is opening up at $1,874.70 an ounce. Silver opening up at $24.09 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report. And, of course, it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Time for news once again. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks once again, Evan. The city of Port St. Lucie will consider doing more to keep pet mill animals out of stores and support clearing the animal shelters packed with animals needing homes. WPTV's Treasure Coast reporter Megan McRoberts was at a Port St. Lucie city meeting last night.
Well, city commissioners late tonight ended up tabling the discussion to go into more in depth later in December, but they will be discussing ways to better regulate breeders within the city and encourage more animal adoption from shelters. The city is proposing changes to city ordinances that would require an adoption-based model for the sale of dogs, cats, or rabbits. That means animals would be sourced from stray and unwanted pets like those taken in by animal shelters or rescues. Police Chief John Bolduc also says dogs or cats purchased directly from a breeder or wholesaler would not be allowed to be sold by pet shops within Port St. Lucie.
It started with the sale of rabbits, and then we've had one particular person who, or a group of people actually, that have been very upset about the sale of rabbits in the city because people tend to get them and then turn them loose.
It could also become illegal for anyone to breed dogs and cats in the city without a permit, something currently not regulated.
Where they'd be permitted would allow us to know how many people are breeding animals, and then also, are they doing it professionally? And if they are breeding animals, are the animals being treated right?
And the police chief says there actually are no stores in Port St. Lucie currently selling dogs or cats, but this just lays the groundwork for the potential of future pet sale stores to move into the city. In Port St. Lucie, I'm Megan McRoberts. Back to you.
As the U.S. exceeds 10 million coronavirus cases, the spike continues here in Florida, and that includes the Orlando area.
Our data shows that our cases are increasing. The 14 days average positivity rate right now is 6.29, and 14 days ago was 5.39.
Orange County Health Director Dr. Raul Pino says the typical person getting infected is a young adult coming in contact with someone they don't know in a social environment. President Donald Trump fired Defense Secretary Mark Esper on Monday, days after his election loss to Joe Biden, and following a series of clashes between Esper and Trump over the withdrawal of U.S. forces from key bases abroad, using active duty troops to quell domestic protests and banning Confederate emblems from military installations. Esper, age 56, had been serving as Army Secretary when Trump chose him in July 2019 to replace Patrick Shanahan, who had resigned as acting defense chief after USA Today reported about his tumultuous personal life. Trump made the announcement on Twitter. Mark Esper has been terminated. Trump tweeted, "I would like to thank him for his service." And lastly, McDonald's U.S. sales roared back in the third quarter with new menu items and attention-grabbing celebrity collaborations, and the burger giant says more is coming. In a virtual meeting for investors Monday, McDonald's said a much anticipated chicken sandwich with pickles, an answer to competitors like Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, will go on sale in the U.S. early next year. And the company is also developing its own plant-based burger, McPlant, which it will begin testing next year. The son of a Hall of Fame football player is switching schools to play for his dad. Shedeur Sanders is changing his commitment from Florida Atlantic University to Jackson State University, where his dad, Deion Sanders, is head coach. News time is 8:47. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
8:48 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, the accidents we're seeing right now, they're both in St. Lucie County. We do have one on I-95 northbound at the entrance ramp at mile marker 118 in Port St. Lucie. Once again, I-95 northbound, a little bit of traffic backup slowdown there. And then to the north on the Turnpike northbound in Fort Pierce at mile marker 167, we do see another accident right there. No traffic backup there at the moment. Your latest look at traffic. It's a partly cloudy sky, 77 in Stewart. In League City, Texas, partly cloudy and 71. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Heavy rainfall possible for the morning drive as tropical moisture continues to feed into the area. Temperatures this morning starting off in the mid-70s. Highs this afternoon in the mid-80s, cloudy with peaks of sunshine and a 60% chance for showers and storms. Breezy southeast winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Veterans Day, highs in the mid-80s, partly sunny skies, breezy winds, and scattered showers and storms possible. Thursday, highs in the mid-80s, cloudy conditions with more showers and storms throughout the day. By the end of the work week into the weekend, drier air settles in, rain chances go down. We'll see more sunshine with highs in the mid-80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Maybe I'm immune 'cause today I'm feeling so alive. Just don't be afraid of the way I'm breathing. Maybe I'm immune, it's okay to go out for a ride with others trapped inside. Maybe you're immune to the lies my doctors tell you.
The fact of the matter is that he's doing really well.
Maybe I'm a man, or maybe I don't wear a mask 'cause I don't care about others. Science I don't really understand.
Disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside?
Maybe I'm a man, Or maybe I'm just high from this experimental cocktail. Maybe I just need some oxygen.
8:53 on the Get Up and Go show. I still can't believe he said that. Injected. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Jesus.
This is like
Jeez.
one of the most depressing parodies I've heard.
Well, it wasn't made to depress you, Bonnie.
It kind of did. I mean, it's supposed to be that amazing love song for Linda McCartney. I believe
Okay.
it was for
well,
her.
Maybe this will undepress you. Is that better? Does that make you laugh? Okay, or will this make you laugh? Is that better?
Yeah, that puts a lighter note, a lighter
All right,
spirit.
very good. Speaking of lighter spirits, let's see who's on the phone right now. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Well, good morning from Quarantine, South Carolina.
Quarantine, South Carolina. Is there a
Yes.
town called Quarantine, South Carolina?
Yes, it's in Georgetown County.
Really? And it's
Really?
called Quarantine, South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm going to all these weird places in different states and going to let you know what towns I'm in.
Okay,
And
so
it's-
yesterday you were where?
I was in, what was it? Horny, North Carolina.
Horny, North Carolina. Now you're in Quarantine, South Carolina. So people that live in Quarantine, South Carolina are in quarantine 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
But there's a place here that you really would like. It's Ketchup Town.
Oh,
South
man.
Carolina.
Ketchup Town?
I'd be in heaven.
Ketchup Town, yeah.
I'd be in heaven because you know me, I'm a ketchupaholic.
Oh, I know that, Evan, and that's in Horry County.
Horry?
Horry, not Horny. Now, Evan, I see where you go with that.
No, Horry County. Old man, hold on one second. We have another call. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's answer this phone line. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Well,
Oh, Big Kitty. Okay,
Well.
hold on. Let me conference you in with the old man.
well,
All right, hold on. There we go. All right, so old man, Big Kitty's on the line with us now.
oh, hey, Big Kitty, how's you doing? Yeah.
Big Kitty's doing well. And now, just so you know, old man, Big Kitty only answers yes and no questions. So it's one meow for yes and two meows for no. So do you have a question for Big Kitty?
Yeah, Big Kitty, do you like dogs?
That would be no.
I guess you must like big kitties.
Yeah, I guess Big Kitty would like big kitties. Yeah, there you go. That's our Big Kitty here in the studio that we keep under wraps.
Big Kitty likes other big kitties.
Yeah.
I bet you Fredo has a big, T-shirt line with Big Kitty on it.
I'm sure he probably does. Big Kitty t-shirts. Okay.
Big Kitty, has Fredo been changing your litter box? No.
Oh my goodness, that's a real crapper. We have an outhouse for kitties here in the quarantine.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, it's right next to our outhouse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
All right. Very interesting. Very
Kitties
interesting.
get their own outhouse. How
Yeah.
convenient is
Yeah,
that?
they don't use litter boxes. They get their own outhouse.
Yeah, is that like a country thing? Does it only happen out in the country? Big Kitty, would you like to go there? Big Kitty wants to come to quarantine.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
All right. There you
Oh
go.
my goodness. Hey, Evan, I heard today you said something about squirrels running over squirrels. Something. Do you know we eat squirrels here?
Oh, you do? You and Edna eat squirrels? Big Kitty, do you eat squirrel? Oh, Big Kitty likes squirrels. Okay. I have no idea why we're having a conversation between the old man and a cat. Why does it always get to be like this? I mean, this is just the most funniest thing I've ever heard of.
I think
Yeah.
all the rain is clogging our brain.
Yeah. Oh, you just made a poem.
Oh, yeah.
You're a poet and you don't even know it, Bonnie. All right. Oh, see, Big Kitty's even laughing.
I know.
All right. Well, Big Kitty and we have to let you guys go because we're coming up at the end of the show. So say goodnight, Big Kitty. All right, Big Kitty's gone. Old man, say goodnight, old man.
Good night, old man.
There you go. Well, that's a wrap for the show.
Yeah.
It's only Tuesday and we're already getting silly.
He's up in Quarantine, South Carolina, where it is 73 degrees.
Lord only knows where he's going to be tomorrow.
I know, right?
Wow. All right. Well, that's a wrap for the show. We're done. We're yesterday's kitty litter. No pun intended there. Do you like the way I did that?
Yeah, but we still smell very fresh.
We always do.
Yeah.
We're just two fresh people.
Fresh steps forward.
That's right. Folks, we say ciao mein.
Honduras.
And Arriva Dirty, folks. Have a great day, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. We have a lot of love to give, and we want to send it out to you and spread it around the world.
And change the kitty litter if you need to. Really.
Yeah, if you own a cat, that is. Anyway, we're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Bye-bye for now. We'll see you bright and early, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.